Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make a floppy rest or a soft rest for your bow. And what I've got here is I've got a 3/4 inch, little shy of 5 feet long youth bow, so it's pulling about 20 pounds. It's a really good lightweight youth bow. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to we're going to be putting a rest on here that's flexible. So when you use a rest like this, if you can see, you're still shooting mainly off the hand. This gives you a place to put the arrow, and the arrow will stay on top of this for a little bit. And mainly you shoot off the hand, and it protects your hand from the scrape of the fletchings. So it's a really simple way to do it. What we're going to do is you're going to need 2 pieces of leather. So I cut these 3 inches long. This top portion here, before this taper, if you can see, is 1 inch. So this is 1 inch. I just rounded this top. The piece is about 3/4 of an inch wide. So you just want to cut 2 of these pieces. And then I'm going to be using 1.5 inch heat shrink tubing for the handle wrap. So it's real simple. What you want to do is you want to figure out where you want the rest to be on this bow. So I've already established with this little mark over here, if you can see that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of contact cement, and I'm going to put contact cement. So what I've done is I've taken the leather piece here at that 1 inch point, and I've folded it so that you have a bend like that, if you can see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply contact cement to the lower portion, and then I'm going to apply contact cement to the other piece. So now this heat shrink tubing is 4 inches long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the contact cement to the handle portion. I'm going to go a little bit down from where the actual arrow rest is going to be, and I'm only going down about 3.5 inches. I'm not going the full 4 inches. The reason I do that is because I mainly want to tack down just the central portion of the heat shrink tubing, because with the center tacked down it should hold in place. So once you've done that, you just need to let both the handle and your leather pieces, you just got to let them dry. Alright, so now everything's dried. What I didn't mention is if you wanted to, now's the time to dye the bottom portion and the sides of your arrow rest. I dyed it a dark brown to kind of match the handle here. What you could do is you could just not do anything to it, because actually what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you how to soften up the rest here, and we're actually going to cover this portion of the rest. So with everything dried, what you want to do is you want to take your rest, you want to line it up to where your arrow is going to go, you want to line it up to the center of the handle, then you want to make sure that when it's folded over, it lines up, and that it's where you want it to be on the bow. Then what you do is you just press it down, and the contact cement will hold it in place. So there you go. You just do the exact same thing to the other side. So you just line them up, make sure that they're even, that they're at the same height. Make sure that they're pretty equal. If you look down the end, they should be in the same section of the bow, more or less. And you go ahead and press it together. Right, now you can just check it out, see if everything lines up, make your final adjustments now. Alright, so now what we do is we take our heat shrink tubing, put it up on the bow, bring it up to the handle here. You want to just kind of make sure that you've got it right below the rest, like that, you can see. So now what you want to do, you want to take a heat gun, and we want to actually heat this area around here and bring it tight around this portion of the bow. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So there you go. You can see it. The heat shrink tubing is now really flush with the bow now. It's down to the bow's diameter. So what you want to do is you want to get just a this is Velcro, or the hook and loop closure. This is the loop side, so this is the soft fuzzy part, and this is the adhesive back version. What you want to do is you want to cut these little pieces right here, and you want to cut them so that they're the same size as your Arrarest here. So what I've done is I've cut 2 square pieces for the actual leather rest, and then I've cut 2 sort of almost arrowhead shaped pieces for the bow. So we're going to apply those first. What you want to do is you want to take the adhesive, or you want to take the little plastic off the back. You want to line up, you can see, you want to figure out where you're going to put it and line it up with the rest. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So there you go. See? Go ahead and you just place it on the bow here. You want to do that to the same side, or you want to do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so there you go. Got that side done and that side done. Now what you want to do is you want to take your square piece and you want to actually go ahead and apply it to the leather. So peel that off. So there you go. You see it's applied. Now, what you want to do is you want to take your scissors and you just want to go ahead, and if you can see from the bottom here, you want to cut off the excess. So there we go. Here's your rest. There you go. So if you can see, the arrow stays on the rest here. But essentially it's like shooting off the hand. So, thanks for watching.